Well, the power's up, the teams are ready. It's the Wing Games 2017. Ray Ahmed.
Here we go, and we're going in now with the first team. And this will be Not Your March from Hungary. It's good to see a couple of Hungarian teams flying, and I've seen these girls fly before. Nice bunch of girls. Learning the craft, as I said. And this is pretty much as a working dive. It's, and they're taking that 11, they're taking it 2D, they're not taking it vertical, which we will see from most of the later teams. So rather than going the front piece going over the back piece on the 11, they're just shearing it across each other. That was Team Not Your March from Hungary. Next in, we should have the Spanish female team, Papaya Femin. I can't actually pronounce it. The female Papaya. Too early in the morning, I'll get better. And as I was saying earlier, I think the girls are actually looking a little bit stronger than the Masculina team, the other military team. So let's see what they can do here. Looking pretty good, nice and solid. What's interesting though, we say that block 21 is like a boogie block. Yeah. I mean, you know, you do it from early on and when you're learning the dive pool. But it's one of those blocks that, you know, it can really run away from you depending on how much power, where you're looking, you know, for the centers. You know, if they look out too soon, you can flick your hips out. The close is then all off level. And it can ruin going to the next block or to the next point. So even though it's like one of those boogie blocks, if you get it wrong, it's not a very nice block.
It's a beautiful block when it's done correctly, when you see it done, you know, with a good skill, with a big stop at the end.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to seeing it from some of the latter teams as well. It should be interesting to see. So next in, we should have the Hurricane Factory chicks in the Czech Republic. These girls know block 21 really well. And block 11, I imagine.
Yeah. 13. Have a look at that 21 and just see how we pull this one off.
Nice.
Yeah, good stop at the end, nice stops.
So the most important thing is for Point and Tail to watch for those levels as well, to bring it down, so there's not too much momentum on the close. So outside and inside can move to the next point pretty easily. You see here that as opposed to the Hungarian team, the Hurricane Factory chicks are verting their block 11. So you can see that the back piece is actually going underneath the front piece. It's a nice round from the Hurricane Factory chicks. So next in, we should have the Fly Spot chicks from Poland. All these teams are calling themselves chicks.
Yeah,
it's getting a wee bit confusing for me.
Chicks everywhere.
I think I might have to create a team, an all-female team, and give it a slightly different name. So next in we have the Fly Spot chicks, Poland. Lovely bunch of girls. It's funny, isn't it? We're watching from if you watch the underneath cam, you can see that like 3 of the girls are wearing weight belts and 1 isn't.
Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't want to comment on it.
So I've been on plenty of teams where everybody else is wearing a weight belt and I've not been really going to say. Don't comment on it. Bit of a struggle there with the block 11 for the close. Oh, that's a nice block 11 from the Poland chicks. That was nice. There was some good stuff in there.
Yeah, good job.
Shame a lot of it was out of time, but there was some good stuff in there. So next in, we have the UK team, NFTO. There's Lynn with a very Lynn and Kath both hanging out in the tunnel there.
So apart from this, is Lynn still competing in four-way in another team?
I think she might do a few things here and there. I mean, at the moment she's as I said, she's just filling in. It's commitment and time. She's moved back up to Glasgow, so it's a long way for her to come and do any training with anybody else. We don't have many tunnels up that way, and most people are based in the middle of the country, if not south. So it's tricky for her. But as I said, she's a super awesome sub. You know, she's hung on to her skills. And it's paying off here. You know, she can fly pretty much in any slot, so it's very useful, I think, for the team. A bit reachy there, and I guess like for Varna as well, she's getting used to a new slot, and for Anna, Anna seems to be thriving on it, which is great to see. I love to see this. There's like some really happy faces. You know, they seem to gel well as a team. I like to see the smiles.
Anna Hicks now based out in Abu Dhabi as a GP.
That's right. I think she might have just given up a job though.
Oh, she just started it.
I know. Just
Give it up
started
already?
I think she's just given it up.
What's she going to do?
Don't know.
Wow.
We'll have to ask her later.
We'll try and grab her.
So next in we have, we should have one of the French teams. So we should have women in France. Yeah. I think I need to have a chat with Anaïs just to see who's on this team, because they're not looking as fast as they were last year. So I think she's probably had a few, they've probably built up around a few other flyers, or maybe one new flyer in the team. From the look of it, it looks that way. So we're going to find out. I'll find out later. But I do like the way they work themselves up through the categories. It's really good. There's definitely a two-stage move to that 21. You can see that that 21 is kind of like a block where everybody's like, well, you can two-stage it, or you can two-stage it and micro two-stage it.
Yeah.
You know, you barely look over your shoulder, or you don't. I mean, these guys are a definite two-stage move to that 21.
What do you call when you say a micro two-stage?
Well, you kind of like that thing where you step out, you hold it, but then you pretty much head switch straight away. Whereas this was a definite kind of stop, have a look for it, and then go. And there's two schools of thoughts, because you know, if you're very good and you can do that in sync, if you slow it down, it's easier to do it synchronized. Whereas if it's much faster and you've flown a lot together as a team, you can get that to go a little bit faster.
I was always taught in the centre, when you step out, then pushing back through your inside knee, pushing back through it.
Well, there's definite schools of thought. Some people are like, well, just push both your knees together as you're stepping out. So as soon as you put the input in, squeeze your knees, and then you're ready to head switch. But as long as you're doing it equally between inside and outside, both pairs are doing it the same, it doesn't really matter too much. So next in we have the French girls from France. So Sophie just coming back from injury, they're looking pretty good, huh?
Absolutely.
They're such a super aggressive team as well when they fly, but they look so good as well. It's great. I want to be able to fly like them. They're great. And they get a clap. Very good.
So Anna's husband says she's going to be looking after me. It's a full-time job.
If anybody's met Gareth, yes, it is definitely a full-time job. So that's it. We just saw the French girls. So next in, we should be having the open category should be starting. And yes, we have Alacran from Spain.
If you just joined us on the live stream and you want to shout out, you can send us a message through on the Facebook channels, my Facebook or Ray's, or you can get in touch with us on the Facebook page of Win Games 2017 as well.
Yes. You can hear loads. You can actually read loads about the teams as well. If you want any information on any of the teams that are actually flying, there's a lot of information there. It's great to see these Spanish teams. It's good. They're also not verting their 11s, Alacran. Big shout out to Gareth Hicks, making sure that your missus is taking care of you in the future. So next in the tunnel we have Team Amprap from France.
Yes. First time we've seen these guys in competition.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I believe we've seen a few of them competing in various national teams in the past. We'll probably find that, you know, in each of these teams there's a very, very decent, like, you know, player coach.
Well, they've got at least 20 world-class competitors in the
Scariest.
in the stables.
It's a very scary world we live in. But no, it's good to see. They're going for it as well. It's good. It's like I'm liking the I'm not sure if the bustability of it, but the move from the end of the 11 back boost to C. Like a lot of hand sliding over bodies there. Anyway, we'll see what the judges say. That was Team Amprap from France. Next in, we should have Team Aladdin from Hungary.
Yeah, the Aladdin, I've seen them in a few different events. I think they were here last year as well, weren't they, at Win Games 2016?
Yes, they were, indeed. I mean, I think it's always been one of these things that's it's really hard to come to a competition like this. You kind of feel that, especially if you're just starting out, or you know, you don't have all the, you know, the accessibility to a tunnel, to do like an hour or few every month or whatever. It's tricky for teams to do this because you're so much under the spotlight, you know.
Yeah.
You've got like world champions wandering around in front of you watching, and you're like, they're going, oh, the pressure. So in their own right, they have the pressure. So you must have to live in this little bubble, all of your own.
Yeah.
You know, to try and just get on with the job that you're doing, like, you know, reach for your own goals. So I'm sure these teams here, they you know, they might be early on in the rostrum of the teams that are flying, but I'm sure they have their own goals and averages set in their own minds. So that was Team Aladdin from Hungary. Next in, we should have Team Jetmax from Belgium. Struggling a little bit in those 21s. There's a little bit of like up rather than forward movement from their centres. Or outside centre maybe. But apart from that, they look very consistent, Jetmax. There may be a little bit too much vertical on that block. Team Jetmax from Belgium.
Just having a look through the Facebook page of Win Games here. There's a lot of information on there, everybody. All the schedules and details are on there too.
So next in, we have Papaya Masculino. Let's see if they can do a better job than Femenino. Well, they've definitely shaken off some of the nerves from round one. Nice movement in between. I think they've probably had a shaky round one, and they're actually trying to go for it now in round two. It's a good round from Papaya Masculino. Much better round from them than their round one. So obviously they're looking upwards, which is good. Next in, we should have the team from Switzerland, Airheads Real Fly. I'm still not convinced by these red suits. Very bright.
Yeah, it does make it tricky to see, doesn't it? I mean, especially We're watching, what me and Ray are watching here in the studio is the gallery wall with the high-definition TV. I wonder what the judges are watching.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to know. You know, there is one view, like the bottom cam, that is pretty clear. And the top cam, I'm not entirely sure how clear that would actually be. But we see more and more teams flying with red suits, so it's unusual. But they're going pretty fast. I mean, this looks like there looks like there's a lot of movement in this round. You know, from block 21 through to block 11. There's lots of pieces turning, so it looks like there's a lot of work going on, and generally there is. So it's definitely much a working dive, but as I said, it's straight up. So we'll see what the top teams do with this round. So next in, we have Team Skyfall from Poland. And then we'll have a series of the French Chamal teams.
Looking good there now. Especially, I like these two red in the centre, giving a good base to look at.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting, this block 11 on the way this team are actually taking. There's a lot of move up from the front piece before they go over, which is always, if you go up, if you put any movement or any kind of force into taking something up, it has to come back down. You can probably see that a bit more on the level cam. And you tend to fight each other a little bit as outside centre and point, which is not the nicest feeling in the world. If Lynn's out there listening, she can tell you how much I love 11s on the front piece. So next in we have one of the French teams, Chamal Haut. And I think there are some people waving in the crowd over there. Welcome, Chimera. Chamal Haut flying at the moment. One of 7 French teams in the open category. It's amazing. I think I need to come up with different words apart from amazing, awesome. You have to teach me some more words, Regan.
Incredible.
People are going to get incredible.
Groundbreaking.
Groundbreaking.
World class.
World class.
Live action.
Excellent. I'm learning.
I'll write them down for you.
Learning from the Regan Tetlow. That was Chamal Haut. Next we have Chamal Loutre. Did we agree?
Yeah.
Excellent. Chamal Loutre.
So don't forget your chance to win some great prizes too. All you have to do is predict the winner of each category, and there's tunnel time up for grabs.
I know it's going to be brilliant, and I think I shall keep, as me and Regan are broadcasting right now, I think you might get a few tips and hints about who we think might win each of the categories.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Keep your ears open and your eyes peeled.
Yeah, definitely peeled.
Who have we got now?
At the moment we have Chamal Loutre.
Big round of applause.
Big round of applause. Very good. I think we have some scores are probably coming through as well that people are actually observing, which is good to see. Judges are on it, hopefully.
Yeah, I think we're going to try and get the leaderboard on the screen as well on the live stream.
That would be fantastic, yes.
Big shout out to Jay McCannon over in Chicago. He says a very good morning. Bertie Bongo, my good friend who works in production, he's watching as well. And Dave Brown's joined us live on the on my Facebook live stream. But don't forget, if you want to see the live stream of the event, you can check it out on the Windoor 2017 Facebook page. All the details are there.
Next in we have Chamal. They had a good round 1. See what they do with their round 2.
Dave Brown says he has to go to work, he can't watch it anymore.
Oh no! Pull a sickie, Dave Brown. What are you doing going to work?
Jen in Dubai, she's watching, and Olivia's watching. Cynthia says good morning. Andy Clipson as well. If you're joining us around the world live on the live stream, a very good morning to you.
Good morning. Long morning.
It's a long morning. We started bright and early. We went live to the world at 8:15, and we're going to be here until 9 p.m. tonight.
That's true. So at the moment we have one of the Chamal teams in, and they're just about to finish their round. I'm not sure which is the strongest team from the Chamel team so far. I think it's probably Chamel Lutres so far that I've seen is the strongest team. Next in we have the Monaco tunnel team. Red and white. Could we get it any more blurry?
Jeff as well, he likes a bit of MC and presenting in his own basic French language.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, fantastic.
Here they go.
They're looking much sharper this year, the Monaco team.
Almost a little bit of a stop before the end of the 21 there.
Well, it's probably the best way to do it if you know that there are levels coming. Ooh.
Yeah, there, you see that?
I think you've got the front piece is probably slightly ahead of the back piece there.
So we're getting the applause at a slightly different time than what we're watching on the screen.
I know, it's crazy.
Have we got a slight delay on our live stream there? Monaco in the tunnel in their second round of VFS. That's what we're watching right now.
So that was Team Monaco in the tunnel. Next in we have Amnesia Free Fly. Amnesia. What's the second? Fly in.
So I just got some details coming through, Ray, about the actual prize money of what people are going to win here. Third place in the FS Open, €1,000. Second place, €2,000. First place, €4,000. In the FS Female, we've got one prize of €1,500.
All right, I'm putting the microphone down. I'm going to go compete.
Yeah.
It's the only way forward.
Two-way dynamic, third place, 500. Second place, 1,000. First place, €2,000 in the two-way dynamic. In the freestyle, Ray.
1 hour of tunnel for third place, €500 for second place, and €1,000 for freestyle.
And in the solo speed.
1 hour of tunnel in third place, €500 for second place, and €1,000 for solo speed.
Nice pickup.
What's interesting about that though, is that why does the payout more now for, I mean, I'm just interesting. It's an interesting debate that I think, I'd like to have. Now I'm flying a little bit of both. That some of the dynamic teams or the kind of freestyle events earn a little bit less money than maybe the four-way, but maybe that's because it's per competitor.
Yeah, I mean, in the FS Open, it's a good point, €4,000 for the first place, but you've got four people, that's 1,000
true,
each.
yeah.
And then two-way dynamic, it's 2,000, it's 1,000 each, freestyles 1,000 each, so solo speed 1,000 each. So it is actually equal, isn't it, when you take away unless the team, you've got one team captain who's keeping all the money.
I know, that could be the case. That could be the case. So, next in we have Full Motion from Poland. Amnesia having a good round there. I think Amnesia, in the general scheme of where they are where they're ranked, I guess, in tunnel entrance order, they probably should be a little bit further up the chain. They're flying very well.
Yeah, we're whistling through the second round, Ray.
We are. A couple of little kind of brain locks, but also confusion with the grips. People like unsure of where they are from this round, the Polish team. But hopefully that was out of time. So that was Team Full Motion from Poland. Next in we have a wonderful Team Chimera from the UK.
Like you said, they arrived late last night, so they've not had much time for practice.
Yeah, but they're like young. They can deal with it.
Yeah.
They're a super fun team to be around, these guys. Amazing flyers, They've all started out like from uni clubs, jumping at Langer in the UK. So they've known each other for some time. And now that Katie's back in the country, I think it's good that they're getting some pretty consistent coaching from Katie as well.
When did she move back?
She moved back last year.
From Canada?
From Canada, yeah. She's currently studying a master's, I think, in psychology. Going for it here, Chimera. Nice 21. Struggling a little bit with those 11s on the front. But good round from Team Chimera.
Great to see them here competing in Win Games. It's the morning, it's all about the formation skydiving. In the afternoon, we've got some of the freestyle and dynamic events.
I'm so excited about that, Regan.
So much to come.
Oh, it's great.
In Italians now, here we go. Giuseppe leading the way.
Ninja 4.
Sorry, this is the team with Pete, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Pete Ivan.
You missed those helmets.
Yeah. Marco Riga.
See, the front piece on these, they make the 11s look so easy. Ooh. As soon as I say that, it's cursed. Crash the legs on the 21. Hopefully they'll get past that.
Pete Allen there. When I first started skydiving in 1990, he was top of the tree in the four-way in British skydiving, and here he is now, still going for it.
Still there. Still at the top of that tree.
Probably got to be the most prolific UK competitor.
I think he is, yeah. He's always involved in loads of projects as Pete, doing lots of different stuff.
Lots of canopy coaching now.
Yep. That was Team Ninja 4. So next up we should have Team Tenanin from Mauritania. I believe one of them's just had an operation. So this is with Martial and with Marco. This is like a player-coach type of team, so 3 players and one Mauritanian.
Yeah, he injured himself. He broke his pelvis on a skydive last year, so he's coming back on form now.
He is, yeah. It's good to see. Talking of prolific flyers, just watching Martial. Like, he hasn't changed very much, has he?
He's still got that intensity.
Exactly. Also got that very like distinctive way of flying about him as well. Very
that French aggression.
Yes, as I like to call it, very expressive.
Yes.
Never miss Martial. I believe Martial's doing some 8-way camps out in Dubai.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot in France as well. Is it the flying tunnel? He's been doing a lot there. So. But he's been doing 16-way groups in Dubai as well. Last year, he's now doing 8-ways, is he?
Yeah, I believe so. That's coming up. So next in, we should have France, Real Fly Sion. So these are the guys that I know as the French national team from the Mondial.
Yes.
So with Laurence and her boys. Nice entrances to the tunnel.
Like you say, that distinctive buff she always wears.
Yes.
Can't miss it.
Thank you, Laurence. Helps me out a little bit.
Look at the end of those 21s as well.
Super, aren't they?
Watch the end here and
they're
boom!
off.
God,
yeah. There's that real thing about the end of the 21, like really using your opposite centre to push off to get to the next point.
You both need to do it though.
Yeah, you really need to do it with a lot of welling.
It's a hard round. I mean, there's a lot of movement on this particular draw,
exactly.
isn't it? A lot of movement,
it's because of the block from the 21 to get, and then out of it into the 11, and you want to move straight on to block 11.
That's right.
You don't want to wait around for it for too long. That was a great round from, they are now called France Real Fly Sion.
So remember this opportunity for you to win 15 minutes of tunnel time. It's it's a good pickup. How much is that roughly cost? What's the kind of value of that? It's over $100, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So your chance to win 15 minutes of tunnel time. All you got to do is predict the winners of each category, and 15 minutes of tunnel time is yours. Enter on the Win Games 2017 Facebook page and find all the details. You've got time before we get to the finals to do your predictions, so you can watch a few rounds and then decide what you're going to think. The winner will be given after the prize giving on prize ceremony on Facebook. So 15 minutes of tunnel time up for grabs.
So in the tunnel at the moment we have La Gavroche, or Gavroche Wimby as they're called. Again, not done too much training. I suspect that they will probably come in behind the France Real Fly Sion team, but you never know. We've still got 8 other rounds to go, but at the moment they're looking a little bit slower and not as polished. A little bit clunkier, as I like to call it. But they haven't had much time to do any training, and it's good to see like competitors that have you know, they're friends as well, but come back together just to stick a team together, do a few hours of training and still get above like a 23 average. It's fantastic. So next in, we should have the Qatar Tigers.
Indeed, we should.
Let's see if they can make an improvement on that round one.
Yeah, they had a couple of glitches, you said.
Yeah, I think it was like towards the middle end of the dive. They had a couple of glitches, which is unusual for them, but you know, it happens. Best they do it on like round one, get that out of the way. Nice block 11. Oh, 21s. So I mean, you don't want to hang around from the end of the 21 to block 11. You just want to get moving, because it's one of those sticky blocks, especially for the front piece to get up and around, and back piece for tail to get under, because of the vert that most of the teams will build into it. They are going super fast. This is awesome to see.
They're whizzing those pieces around.
I know. They also have a very expressive way of flying. I think that was out of time, so you're good. Yeah, they're losing it a bit towards the end, but that was definitely out of time. That was a good job from Qatar Tigers. Definitely gets a clap from me.
Round of applause. And that timing of the applause seems to be synchronized now with what we were watching. I don't know what was happening before. We were getting applause while people were still halfway through the round.
Next in, we've got Wimby. I'm on the edge of my seat. That's only round 2. Here we go.
Here we go. What can they make of these blocks? These 2 blocks. Look at them. Wow.
Oh dear. Not the best block 11. That's better. Yeah. That's what I suspected actually. They're not the most synchronous on and off grips. They're going for it, and they're going for it, but at the same time it looks a bit
scrappy.
Scrappy. Yeah. I think they probably need a little bit of a reset after this round.
Remember, as soon as we get some scores, and we'll bring in those to you, as soon as we have a big round of applause there from Wimby, from the crowd in the tunnel watching the action at 10:05 on this Friday morning. Next up, world champions indoor and outdoor.
Hayabusa.
Keeping calm, they've seen what they've just seen. Got to play their own game.
I love this entrance into the tunnel.
It is almost on the other side of it, Dennis.
Yeah. They're straight in.
Wow. And that's where they're going to just pick up a few extra points, a few extra seconds, isn't it, at that start.
It's funny, the start of that block for both Wimby and for Hayabusa seem to have some level issues on that 11, and I'm wondering whether it's just the air as they're going in, trying to close those blocks, because obviously you've got pieces moving, and when you first come into the tunnel there's a slight change in pressure, you know, so it kind of like you lose a little bit of air, you gain a little bit of air, so that's probably affecting their first page. But they've slowed it down, taking it easy. Say slow it down, it's all relative.
Yeah. Gary Smith there, just telling them that round's over. Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting from Gary there.
Was, yeah. Because normally they know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think...
Just want to keep going.
Yeah, I think they might have had a few glitches, just maybe a bust or 2 in there that they're thinking, want to get through, want to put some more into it. But this goes to show sometimes putting power into something doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work. So
and it's been a while since Hayabusa have had any competition in the tunnel.
It's true, and I think, you know, as you said, they're indoor and outdoor, so how much commitment they would have been able to make to this competition. You know, they've obviously been trying, but it'll be tricky for them.
Hi, and welcome back to the studio here, the Red Bull studio, and I'm here with one of the members from Team Papier. How are you, my friend? Tell us your name.
Very well. Ernesto.
Ernesto. Oh, guys, it's great to have some Spanish teams again competing here in Spain.
Yeah, it's perfect. This is the first time for us in Windoor, in wind tunnel competition, so it's very good for us, and nothing we wait. We expect to do the best we can here.
And we've got the Papilla Masculina and the Papilla Feminine. We've got the male and the female team. Are you Air Force?
Yeah. We are from the Air Force. Yeah.
Where are you based?
In Alcantarilla, Murcia.
Ah, Murcia. Now there's a tunnel there, a military tunnel in Murcia, no?
Yes. We have a tunnel in Murcia. We train every day.
And now here in Spain, we've got Windor here. We've got a new one opening in Barcelona. 3 more in Madrid, Murcia. All of a sudden, a lot more tunnels here in Spain.
Yeah. It's perfect. It's great. For parachuting, it's great news, no?
Have you been to Ampuria Brava before?
Sorry?
Have you been here to Ampuria before?
No. This is the first time for me.
Are you going to be doing some jumps after the competition, or do you have to get back?
We have to get back. We have to train on Monday.
When did the team start?
Sorry?
When did the team start? When did you get together?
When we start, sorry, I don't understand.
On your team, is it a new team, or have you been together years, muchos años?
It's a new team. We started last year. Some members has to go, and we have a new team right now.
Well, it's great to see you all here. The 2 teams looking very professional, all walking together, the male and the female. Muchas gracias para aquí, para competition.
Gracias a ti. Thank you very much.
And I hope everybody's watching in Spain, and we'll see you very soon indeed.
Yeah, we hope so.
It is Win Games 2017. We're here in Ampuria Brava, just short of the French border, and the action continues very shortly.